The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the New Mexico Lobos, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Blue Devils will kick it away to start us off. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The run from the shotgun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Using his feet. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
This is a designed run. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. The Lobos will snap it on 1st and 10. Toss sweep to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Lobos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Rushes on him. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Lobos look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
To the air on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. He's going to come up just a bit short. It'll bring up 4th down from the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
And the Lobos kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Leaves it with the back.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play-action fake. Dances away to buy time. He turns it loose to the left. He's got it on the outside. He got loose, almost housed it, finally tracked down at the 32.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Handoff from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Duke. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. And he slides after picking up the 1st down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Final play of the quarter coming. Looks as if he's going to run it. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Might be looking to run. It's complete on the right side. The spin, still on his feet. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. The screen, he's got wheels.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Lobos can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the Lobos come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Now on the move. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The Lobos have this offense rolling. Give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Gideon. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Lobos line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. On the move. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Trying to surprise him with the pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll take it himself. That's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's loose on the right. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Blue Devils. The defense putting points on the board.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Wants to go up top on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. The Lobos will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the catch at the 35. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Looking to throw. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And the Blue Devils will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Lobos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Cobb. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. The Lobos want to crank the tempo. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got his man on the outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nice move there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Lobos will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He shanked it. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. Inside the 40. Open space at the 25. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And that was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the receiver getting out of bounds. If you're on offense now, jog off the field, get the field goal kicker out there. You're going to steal 3 points at the end of the half.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Already proven reliable. Once he'll try a 2nd field goal, this one a 37-yarder. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Lobos will kick it off to start the second half. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little...
Going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Leaves it with the running back. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be 4th down.
You know, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field, and they just couldn't hook up on that one.
No good. After the missed field goal, this lead's still sitting at 13.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Going to try to pop one on the screen. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Lobos come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Lobos decide to punt it away. A low line drive and not his best work. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. A little screen to the running back. At the 35, he's got room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Duke.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Lobos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, but
Breaks into the open. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Buys a little time. Get it out on the screen. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And the pummeling has started.
this guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. They'll crank up this drive with a pass. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Cobb. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be 4th. The Lobos will send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
They boot it away on 4th down. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
Blue Devils will take over 1st and 10.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw on 1st down. Release to the back. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Duke. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. Looking downfield, it's Morris. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'd hoped to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
And the Lobos line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Might as well stick with him. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And that is great 3rd down and short defense. You're thinking up the middle. You got to react to something wide. Great job seeing the toss, stretching it out, making sure they don't get downhill, making sure they don't get the first down.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he needed every little bit of strength to somehow sneak that over the crossbar. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Got it behind the line. It's Cobb. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of runs.
The Lobos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Looking for a man, it's Morris. He's moving out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He fires one deep down the right side.
This reminds me of the guy I used to play for in college down in Gainesville, the head ball coach. He used to like to do this. He would have big...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Blue Devils trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
42 Spider.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. The short hands, it's Cobb. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Lobos racing to the line in the hurry-up.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Running back searching for a hole. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Lobos with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Right back to the well. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a 1st down. No huddle here for the offense.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the 1st down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got 1st down. Let's go fast.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Lobos lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Lobos have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Morris. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
They go to the ground. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Wide receiver comes in motion. The pitch to the left. Shakes off the defender. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
To the ground with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Back to pass, it's Morris. He wants it all. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. The 50. Past the 30. Past the 10.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Baldwin, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.